Welcome to the 417th chapter meeting of Toastmasters Club of Pune Northwest. I am Toastmaster Nirjara, the sergeant at arms for today's meeting. I am assistant consultant at TCS. Toastmaster Club of Pune Northwest provides supportive and positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop communication and leadership skills, resulting in greater confidence and personal growth. Let me explain some basic rules of this meeting. Please turn off your cell phones or set them on silent. Please mute your microphone unless instructed by the Toastmaster of the day. Please keep your video on unless you have issues with bandwidth. Do not share your screen unless it is instructed by TMOD. Kindly refrain from movements unless instructed by TMOD. You can use emojis, thumbs up, and claps to react throughout the meeting. Example in use of word of the day and phrase of the day. For role players and especially for speakers, it is advised to pin the timer window so that they can see the timer throughout the meeting. Maintain a broad smile throughout the meeting. So let us begin round of introduction. Do we have guests? No. Still, you can introduce yourself. Your name and profession.
Hello, good morning, all of you. I am Devai, and right now I am a component designer in all-in component designs near Pimpri Chinchwad building. That's it from my side.
Morning, all of you, and this is Vaibhav. First time I'm joining Toastmasters Club here. Yesterday we had a word all about this. I'm a founder of Bolo India, which is a startup for rural education and the SMEs who are working in on small scale businesses. Along with, I'm a business coach and consultant for MSMEs, and previously I worked with Tata Motors, TVS, Mahindra, and Nissan as a head of business operations. And currently, since last 6 months, actually, I'm just following my startup journey. And just currently, I'm exploring this because I just want to create that kind of influence in rural education. So that's it from my end. Thank you.
Do we have guests from online mode?
I think Vishwanath has joined the meeting.
Vishwanath. Can you introduce yourself, Vishwanath?
Hello. 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 Hello.
Hello. Yes, we can hear you.
Okay. Do I need to give my introduction? Hello.
Yes, Vishwanath. Can you tell me something about yourself? We'd love to hear about you.
Okay. Actually, my webcam is not working. I'll just introduce myself. My name is Vishwanath Olge, and last week I have joined, I guess, one Toastmaster event, but then later on I missed when I went to my hometown for election. Now I wanted to continue to improve my skills by joining this event.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, I guess. Thank you.
Thank you, guest, for introducing yourself. I hope you will enjoy today's meeting. So now let me introduce Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Rohan. He will be your host for today's meeting. He is sales manager and likes to read and travel. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Presiding officers, fellow Toastmaster, and dear guests, very good morning to you all. Welcome to another exciting program of fun and learning at 417th chapter meeting of Toastmaster Club of Pune Northwest. I am Toastmaster Rohan, your host for today's meeting. Every beginning comes with another beginning's end. 2022 began with the end of 2021. 2023 will begin with the end of 2022. Personally, for me, 2022 was a great year. I graduated in the month of June. I joined Toastmasters Club of Northwest Pune in the month of August. And now in the month of December, I have been promoted in my current job. Though the year was great personally for me, but it was not that great for the global economy. The global economy is now facing a challenge of high inflation, thanks to the war between Russia and Ukraine, which has resulted a rise in energy and commodity prices. We hope the 2023 brings relief to the common man and the inflation is at the normal. The program for today's meeting is as follows. We will have two sessions in our meeting. The first session will be a prepared speech, where a speaker will attempt to deliver the speech based on the objectives, certain objectives. This speech will be evaluated by the evaluator. The evaluator will come on stage and provide the feedbacks. The second session will be of impromptu speaking, where we learn to think fast and speak off the cuff. The role players will present the report at the end of the meeting. Now, I would like to welcome someone who is engineer by profession, whose hobbies are reading, swimming, and driving. Let us welcome our presiding officer, Toastmaster Abhishek, for the opening address. Over to you, Abhishek.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Toastmaster Rohan. I hope I am clearly audible and visible to everyone.
You're not okay. Toastmaster Abhishek, before you proceed with the opening address, I would like you to would you like to share something that you have faced good in the year 2022?
Yes, definitely. So in the year of 2022, also the presiding officer address is regarding the same topic as well. So as you all know, every Toastmaster lives three lives: personal, professional, and Toastmasters. When the term started, in fact, the year started, I was not that much involved in the Toastmaster because of my personal and professional life. I recently changed my job. That is wonderful for me. That is a new experience, new skill that I had to learn, new set of people to work with, new place, that is Bangalore I shifted to. The things were exciting, new people I'm meeting. And also in personal life has some more responsibilities, because of which I found that I was not able to give enough time to the Toastmasters. I used to think that I will do this in the future, I will do that in the future. But as we all know, when we plan in the future, everything stays in the future. But it's all about present. It's all about taking action right now. It's all about what we are doing at this current moment. So I was not growing that much, although I wanted to. Then come the second phase of my life. That is when I took the responsibility of the president of this club. I found that although my responsibility has increased and my responsibility in professional and personal life was the same, but still I was able to manage everything. What changed? Well, I realized that you might have heard this quote: you are never busy. It's all about priority. I found that I just replaced those things that were not very important. I replaced those things that I thought is important, but they were just eating up my time with the more productive things. I replaced those things with my self-improvement. And I believe this is not just for me. In fact, in this club, we have met numerous members in the last 1 year and this term who have gone from being afraid to speak on the stage to being a leader, to be a greater speaker. In fact, they have prioritized their self-improvement over everything else. We have seen people who are working the personal life, who are helping the club, who are helping other clubs as well. They're helping other communities, doing some good work in the environment. This is the improvement that we are seeing. This is the priority. If you think about our executive committee, they are working on their improvement. At the same time, they are focusing on helping each and every member of this club to grow. They're helping the club to improve as well. So in fact, in this particular meeting, I would like to request all of you to set your priority for the next year, set some goal and to achieve marvel yourself. This is going to be the last meeting of this particular term. And from the next meeting, we will have a new term starting. Although we have some more days left, the new committee member and the existing committee member will work together for the next meeting. But the next term is have more goals, more activities, and a lot of fun with all of you. It is again the time to reflect on all the good things that we have achieved in this club and what we have under our sleeve in the future. But before talking about what are the things that we have achieved, we will discuss about all of that towards the end of the meeting. There are so many things that we need to talk about. But before this, let us hear from our new president, our president-elect, Toastmaster Chandrasekhar, and what he has under his sleeve. Chandrasekhar, the stage is yours.
Thank you so much, Presiding Officer Toastmaster Abhishek. So the year 2022 has been one of the amazing year for me, not just because of the job change and other things that I did, but the previous XCOM did a wonderful job of getting us the venue, the place where we can conduct the meeting. Before the year 2022 started, all of us were attending the meeting online. But the current XCOM and the previous XCOM decided that it's time for us to take a move ahead and let's go for a hybrid setup. Though it was challenging in the start, but the members and the XCOM team supported each and everyone. And because of that reason, we are here to attend this wonderful meeting. Isn't it great? Can we have a big round of applause for the team as well? Now, as a president in the next term, I would like to first thank to all the current XCOM member. So for those who don't know what is an XCOM, so XCOM is basically a committee which is present inside the club. It's a volunteer committee which helps themselves as well as the other club members to achieve their goals. And for that, we have total 8 members in the XCOM. One is from the past XCOM, which is called as the immediate past president, and the 7 member of XCOM, as we know, Sergeant at Arms, Treasurer, Secretary, Vice President of Education, Vice President of Membership, Vice President of Public Relation, and the most important, the President, or who is called as the leader of each and every team. I expect that in the next XCOM, we will try to achieve more for the current team, and I expect that we will get the same support from our members as we received in this current XCOM. And I would again like to thank the current XCOM for the wonderful job they have done, and they have set a really great benchmark for us. So to cross that benchmark, we have to work a lot. So that's it from my side, and I would like to give control back to the presiding officer, Toastmaster Abhishek.
Okay, thank you so much, Toastmaster Chandrasekhar. And definitely for the next XCOM, all of us are together to help you, and we will work together to improve the club and help each and every member improve ourselves as well. So all the best to the next XCOM, and let us hear more from our Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Rohan. The stage is yours.
Thank you, Presiding Officer. Now I would like to call upon someone who is engineer by profession, whose hobbies are watching cricket and listening to live music. Please welcome our general evaluator of the day of the meeting, Toastmaster Chandrasekhar.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster of the day. So what is a general evaluator? General evaluator is nothing but a bird who is flying above the sky and keeping an eye on each and everything that can be seen. As a general evaluator, I will be noting down whatever happens in this meeting, what were the good things and what are the things that we can improve upon. Now, this thing cannot happen just by myself. So there will be a team with me who will be working together in order to achieve that specific goal. So the team is called as the tag team, or in simple terms, timer, R counter, and grammarian. So let me first call upon our timer for today's meeting. Our timer is by profession a R&D professional. She likes pets, cooking, and reading. So let's welcome with a big round of applause Toastmaster Suchita on the stage.
A very good morning to the President, Toastmaster of the Day, and my fellow Toastmasters and welcome guest. Today, I'm Suchita Mishra. As a timer, I will be time all the speakers, evaluators, and table topic speakers and table topic speakers. And I'll also alert all the speakers by showing green, they are on time, yellow, that they can wrap up, they can disqualified. So I will also time all the speakers, and that's all. That is the role of timer. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Suchita, for explaining your role. Now, the second role player in my team is by profession a banker. She likes art and craft and cooking. So let us welcome the art counter for today's meeting, Toastmaster Tulsi, on the stage.
Good morning, presiding officer, fellow Toastmaster of the day, and dear guests. I am Tulsi, our counter for today's meeting. Let me explain what this counter does. When we speak, we use unnecessary pauses or the filler words while speaking, and it doesn't look nice. So what is this? These filler words? These filler words are like, you know, but, so, and unnecessary pauses which we unknowingly take during our presentation. So I will be observing and taking all the unnecessary sounds or pauses which you will take during the role playing or the speech, and I will present my report at the end of the meeting. Thank you. Back to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Tulsi. Now, language is an integral part of public speaking. And to give us the feedback on language, we have someone who is by profession a senior educational and behavioral therapist. She likes photography, coloring mandala, and watching web series. So let's welcome Toastmaster Insia on the virtual stage to explain her role as a grammarian.
Am I audible and visible?
Yes, Toastmaster Insia, you are audible and visible.
Okay. So Toastmaster of the day, presiding officer, and all Toastmasters, a very, very good morning to one and all, and a frolicsome Christmas to everybody. So the word of the day for today. So firstly, I will introduce myself. I am playing the grammarian for the day. As a role of grammarian, I would be, as Toastmaster Chandrasekhar has rightly mentioned, I will be evaluating your language, whether it be good usage and bad usage, and I would be giving the report of the same. I will also be introducing you to the word of the day and the phrase of the day for today. So just let me know if you can see my screen. Is the screen visible?
Yes, Toastmaster Insia, we can see it.
Okay, so the word of the day for today is frolicsome. The meaning for the same could be lively or playful. The other synonyms for the same could be merry, joyful. Example that I could give is teachers smiling at the frolicsome students leaving school for summer vacation is the usage. Okay, does anybody want to try using the word of the day?
Anyone would like to use the word of the day? Anyone in the online mode? Yeah, so Mayuresh would like to try the word of the day.
Yes, sure.
Yes, Mayuresh. Yeah, Toastmaster Deep, sorry.
Thank you for giving me an opportunity. Here, I would like to use both word of day and phrase of the day because I can just read it and I already gone through it.
Sure.
In the last month, what happened? One of the close friend was suffering from a serious illness, but currently he's against all odds survived and now living a frolicsome life. Thank you.
That's a great usage. Thank you so much, Toastmaster D. You used both in one sentence. Kudos. Is there anybody else who wants to use the word of the day?
Anyone would like to use the word of the day? You may proceed, Toastmaster. Yeah.
Okay. So now I would like you to introduce with the phrase of the day, that is against all odds. That is getting success despite low probability of the same. Example, she managed to win the trophy against all the odds. Toastmaster Deep has already used it very rightly. Is there somebody else who would like to go for the phrase of the day?
Anyone would like to try the phrase of the day? Yes, we have Toastmaster Aakash. So
Yes, sure.
Today I decided to come offline meeting against all the odd situations.
That's a great usage. I'm sure everybody is happy that you're attending offline. Okay, so I think with this, I give control back to the general evaluator for today, Toastmaster Chandrasekhar.
thank you so much, Toastmaster Insia, for explaining the word of the day and the phrase of the day. I would like to request everyone, whenever somebody uses the word of the day and the phrase of the day, they can show a thumbs up in the virtual room as well as in the physical room to encourage the speaker. Now, again, as after seeing the word of the day and the phrase of the day, the thing that reminded me was that a hybrid meeting or even physical meeting are like really tough to handle. But against all the odds, our current XCOM decided to have this frolicsome meeting today. So can we have a big round of applause for them as well? Now, I would like to give control back to our Toastmaster of the day for the further proceeding of today's meeting.
Thank you, Toastmaster Chandrasekhar. In 2022, the climate change intensified. Once a rare extreme weather event seemed to be a commonplace. In Europe, the heat waves were at the record, resulting into burns of the forest and the rivers dried up. Similarly, in our neighboring country, Pakistan, the heat was at the record. It was a brutal heat, followed by a monsoon, epic monsoon, which covered one third of the country under the water. The US also suffered the record drought. The reservoirs dried up and the crops were disrupted. Let us take a pledge in 2003. We would try to protect and prevent the climate change. Let us move on to our the first session, that is a prepared speech. A speech or the project is a fixed objective and it's delivered in a specified time. A speech or the project teaches us some aspects of public speaking like body language, vocal variety. A speaker will try to deliver the speech and he will incorporate the learnings which he had learned during preparing the speech. So after all the speeches, we will have voting for a best speaker. To qualify for the voting, the speaker has to speak for a minimum allowed time and he should not exceed the maximum allowed time. There will be a grace period of 30 seconds above the maximum allowed time. So let's start our first session. Our first speaker for today is Toastmaster Ankit. Ankit Singh. He is software developer by profession. His hobbies are reading and coding. Before I call on Ankit, I would request evaluator Toastmaster Mayur to come and let us know the objective of the speech.
Thank you. Good morning, Mr. President, Toastmaster of the day, fellow Toastmasters and distinguished guests. Today, one of the rising Toastmaster, Ankit, is going to deliver, or I would say, he is going to fight. He has already fought against all the odds, and he's going to deliver his icebreaker speech. The objective for it is the learn the basics of public speaking and introduce himself to the club. So with this, I wish good luck to him and back to Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Mayur. I would now call upon Toastmaster Ankit. Toastmaster Ankit, a speech title, Introduction. Toastmaster Ankit, your speech title, Introduction. Over to you, Ankit.
So my speech title is Introduction, but I will try to relate one famous quote that is, it's never too late in my life's journey. So good morning, presiding officer, Toastmasters of the day, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. I was born and brought up in a very small village of Bihar on 30 July 92. At time of my birth, actually Bihar was going through a lot of political crisis. A lot of issues were there like corruptions, religious issues, riots. And because of these reasons, the state was lagging behind in terms of development. And people were not focused that much towards the education. So there is a very small story behind. Because of this, I got a chance to get admitted in a decent school. And the story is like, there was one friend of mine, her name was Preeti. So she used to study in a very good school. So in her holidays, she used to come in our village. And so one fine day we were sitting together and I asked her, like, how is your school and all? So she was explaining me about her school. So I just asked her like, what kind of breakfast do hostelers get in your school? So she told like, dahi chura. Chura, you can call it as poha in Maharashtrian style. So it can be curd and poha. And it was my favorite food. So after this answer, I got very tempted. Oh, it's really nice. So after this, I directly went to my father and told him like, I need to get admitted in that school. So he was very happy because he was very keen to provide me a good education. So he discussed with my mother, and after a few days, I get chance to get admitted in that school. So I went to the school, everything was going good, and I was demoted also. I was admitted in class 3rd, so from class 3rd to class 2, and from class 2 to class 1. And the reason for this was, there is an English notebook, like 4 lines are there. There is a practice that if you have to write capital letter, you need to cover all those 4 lines, and if you have to write a small letter, you have to cover the in between 2 lines. But to me, it was like, whether it's capital letter, small, capital, I used to cover all those 4 lines. And because of this reason, I was demoted to class 2nd. But again, I was doing same thing. Then I was demoted to class 1. So, but yeah, after some time, I performed well. So I was promoted as well from class 1 to class 3rd and class 3rd to class 5th. So that was nice. So one senior of mine was there. His name was Rohan. And he has a very good impact in my life. He used to guide me in every tiny aspects, like how I should represent myself in terms to seniors, to my juniors, and how I should fight for my rights and all. So, and at that time of time, my dream was to become an IAS officer. So, but he convinced me that it takes a lot of time to prepare and all. So why don't you try engineering? So, and I got convinced with him. And because of that reason, like I'm here doing a software engineering job after doing graduations in computer science. So after coming to job, like after 3 years, I felt like something is missing, some kind of monotonicity is involved in my job. So I thought like, why don't I should try to prepare for UPSC again? So I thought, okay, let's try. And I ordered some books of 10 to 12,000 cost, like history, geography, uh, political science by Lakshmikant and all. So I ordered the books and started preparing for UPSC. So I would say like at this point of time, like not that much 3-4 years back, I was very confused and distracted because I was not aware about what my likes are, what my dislikes are. So I was very much confused. But after this, a big moment came in my life. So in 2020, I got married. And after that, like some responsibility come to me. Someone was dependent on me. So I thought like, now it's not time to go, no, we go here and there. And let me focus myself in one direction and try to, achieve everything over there. So I started to train myself on latest technology in software engineering. And I got 2 switches with a decent height. So yeah, so after I got this a small success, I thought like, okay, the process is working. So let's achieve every other dreams which I have seen in my last 25 years. So I had an interest in public speaking. I wanted to improve my communication skills. So I was searching something on the internet. So I got about Toastmasters and I got admitted myself in the Toastmasters. Recently, I had joined the gym memberships and also I had clear goals of my fitness, like how many kilos I need to lose, what kind of physique I need to develop in next 1 or 2 years. So I have clear goals in terms of fitness. Also, I have deep interest in geopolitics, and also for that I am I daily read the Hindu newspaper and I have taken membership of that. I also have deep interest in the psychology and spirituality. For that I have started following Sadhguru, and sometimes I take notes out of his videos and all. So by seeing all these improvements, I would say being in my 30s, it's late, but there is also a thing that it's never too late. So with 2 lines, I would try to finish my speech that no matter how far you go on a wrong road, there is always a chance that you can turn around. And literally against all the odds, you can achieve everything what you have dreamed in your life. Thank you. Over to you, Toastmaster.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ankit. It was good to know about you, your dreams. Yeah. So since this was a first icebreaker speech, please give standing ovation to Ankit. Our second speaker for today is one who is sales executive by profession, whose hobbies are traveling, swimming, and cycling. Before I call upon Toastmaster Viraj, I would urge his evaluator, Toastmaster Abhishek, to kindly read out the objectives of the speech. Over to you, Toastmaster Abhishek.
Okay, thank you so much, Toastmaster of the day. This is the icebreaker speech, and the purpose of this project is for the members to introduce themselves to the club and learn the basic structure of public speaking. With them said, I'd like to hand over the stage to Toastmaster of the day, and all the best to my target speaker, Toastmaster Viraj.
Now I would call upon Toastmaster Viraj to deliver his icebreaker speech. The title of the speech is Introduction. Toastmaster Viraj, title of the speech, Introduction. Over to you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster of the day, TM Rohan. First of all, I wish you Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year to everyone. Good morning, everyone, presiding officers, fellow Toastmaster, and dear guest, Toastmaster of the day. Today is my icebreaker speech, and I will introduce myself to the club and to all of you people and who are online. I will introduce about introduction to my life until I came to this point. My name is Viraj and I am sales executive. I was born and brought up in Pune with a joint family. I'm currently also living in a joint family. There are 15 to 20 peoples and still there. Since my childhood, I was studious and I was also from number 1 to 5 in a top 5. And right now also in a company, also in a top 10 as a sales executive. And uh, actually, when the incident happened, when I was in 7th standard, everything was going on. And just of some personal life, I was distracted to my studies and my score went down so much. And actually, at the time, I was in the 8th division. And because of the percentage, when you go to higher school in a 8th standard, you segregate to the toppers or something. And the thing came and I was segregated to another class which is C division, and which is, as a topper, I don't wanted to go into the C division because I must be in a division A because of my performance. But the thing changed, and I cried when I left my division, and my friend was also there because from 1st standard to the 7th we are in the same division. So it was quite demotivating, and also my personal life, family life, all is distracted at that time. So I continued hard work, and I used to go to the tuitions where my teacher is my actually guru, you can say. Then after 1 year in the 8th standard, nothing has happened. The same results are continued. But when it comes with the result of 9th standard, actually after some 3 to 4 years of gap, I got 80%, and it was a huge to me get encourage myself, and I continued the same the things. I never distracted my focus. Whether I'm getting what we can at the time there was at the end of the school we are writing diaries, and I used to get diaries from girls also, but I never responded that because I don't have time, and I have focused to get 90% and to go into the best college in Pune city. Like I was taught before before the school, when people are coming to this city from the other countries, and it is also called Oxford of the East. Then why should I not get into the higher college or something like that? I was very clear about what I wanted to do. So I never distracted in my schools. I don't know how many hearts I have broken at the time. That is, I think, countless. But the year came, and I was actually came into the spotlight when I studied hard, and I have done many diet also, like what I have to eat and how much time to sleep, and everything. And the year came with the 10th result announced, and I got 89.34%. And it was like 1.5 year. If I have to do something, then it was very like my family was distributing sweet for 2.5 months. Like it was going, and I have so much invitations, and I got gifts and trophies and everything. Then also this has happened, and this was very great experience. My life is changed after that. And when everything also, like everything was going smooth, and the 12th standards came, and I did study in advance, like I was studying daily. And actually the event came November. I got jaundice, and it was peak period of studies for me. It was studies important, and for my time and schedule was always thing are distributed, so I have no time. And I have my revision is going to start from December for the 12th studies. And I used to go to prepare for NEET exams, and everything was distracted after jaundice because it was so difficult. Jaundice that I took 16 injections alternate days, and it was very dangerous for me, and it was totally sleepless, it was symptoms of sleep, and it was very difficult to remember the things. But when I did studied from the first day of 11, so that time saved me from that time. So I got 70%. And after that, I got selected to the Government College of Agriculture, which is a century heritage place in Pune also. And it's not about the hard work you consistently do. The God gives you with like you can say chhappar phad ke jab deta hai, to chhappar phad ke deta hai. So this is really happened. After that, after completion my agriculture, when I was in hostel also, because I wanted to live a hostel life, so I went to the hostel that is Shivaji Nagar, and I was not at home for 2 years. I was in hostel, and 2 years I was using up down. After graduation, after this graduation, I got selected URICM Gandhinagar, which is central government university for agriculture business school. And there was likewise my personality changed from the hostel. Like when I was as a child, I was surrounded by 15-20 people, and there also like my friends also pamper me right now also. I used to get pampered and loved by people. Yeah, and I used to get that back also to them. Then in URICM Gandhinagar, the incident happened at the alumni meet was there. And like in a MBA college, there were many seniors, and you have pressure of the seniors also, because you are in a government college. So you have that pressure. Those who are from government college, they will understand. So nobody's so ready to get into the alumni meet, and how we can host an event, and what they will thought if you mimic somebody get angry. So that was very difficult. But I took a challenge. I did anchoring, I did directing, and all has been gone in flawless as a host. As a host, I can be good, but in the company I was doing an SI security solution. I got to know that I was doing I can do good as a host in a Hindi also, but in a leadership or communication, it is quite difficult, because you should have that words and that ideas that should be in a proper manner. So I wanted to join this, and today I'm here. Thank you so much. Thank you so much to the Toastmaster of the day. I will hand over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Viraj. So this was an icebreaker speech. So let us give a standing ovation to Toastmaster Viraj. Our third speaker for today is Toastmaster Aakash. And to evaluate the Toastmaster Aakash, we have Toastmaster Shantanu. So I would ask Toastmaster Shantanu to come on stage and read out the objective of the speech. Over to you.
Good morning, presiding officer, Toastmaster of the day, fellow Toastmasters, and dear guests. So Toastmaster Aakash would be delivering his icebreaker speech today. The purpose of the speech is for a member to introduce himself to the club and learn basic structure of public speaking. So I wish all the best to Toastmaster Aakash. Thank you.
Toastmaster, I would invite Toastmaster Aakash to come on stage and deliver the speech. For speech title, Introduction. Toastmaster Aakash, speech title, Introduction. Over to you.
Good morning, all of you. One day, my father carried to me at school for my admission. Then, when we reached over there, my teacher asked from my father, "What is your son's date of birth?" So my father said, "I don't know the real date of birth, my son." So my teacher told, "Okay, then we made another date of birth of your son." So my teacher said, "Okay." So my teacher asked from my father again, "Can you please tell us when your son born nearby month?" My father told, "It's my father. Sorry, my son born nearby March." So my teacher made my date of birth 1st March and 1998. Okay. So So I started my study in Lucknow. One day so every classes I got I got first, but in the third class I got third. So my teacher called me and said, "What happened, Akash? Every classes you came first, and in the third class, how did you came third?" So I said nothing, not any problem. So my teacher told me. So my teacher explained my present time and my future time next 1 hour. But on that day, when I was at home, my father came and said to my mother, I can't manage my children school fees, and I can't manage my room rent, and I can't manage daily expenses. So I think we have to shift in village from Lucknow city. So I shifted in village with my family, and I joined next school in the village in 5th class. But so I started my village journey. I started my village study. Sorry, my English some. Okay. One day a call came from Lucknow to me. Hello, who are you? I said Akash. Okay, what is your father's name? I said Ramanand Chauhan. So that man said, okay, your father passed away. So quickly I was shocked. मैंने सोचा ऐसा भी मेरे साथ हो सकता है क्या? I was shocked that time. So all responsibility मेरे फैमिली में मैं ही सबसे बड़ा हूं, तो all responsibility came on me. So I came to Pune with my mama, and I joined my mama's company, and मेरे मामा का एक फैब्रिकेशन का कंपनी है, फैब्रिकेशन का काम करते हैं, उसमें मैंने अपना काम स्टार्ट किया एज अ हेल्पर. So after some time I learned my mama's work, and I became fitter on that work, and after the जब कोरोना स्टार्ट हुआ, so I can speak Hindi. ओके. सो जब कोरोना आया तो मेरे जो मामा थे उनसे मेरी कुछ बहस हो गई, काम को लेके बहस हो गई. तो मैंने क्या किया कि मैंने डिसाइड किया उनका काम छोड़ने के लिए, और मैंने उनका काम छोड़ा. उसके बाद मैंने एक दूसरा काम मैंने सर्च किया, जो कि एक कंपनी था जिसमें कैमुना क्रेडिट कोऑपरेटिव सोसाइटी लिमिटेड, एज अ कैशियर मैंने उसको ज्वाइन किया. और आफ्टर 2 years I leave that job and I joined another job that is a Schindler India Private Limited, and this time मैं उस कंपनी में वर्क कर रहा हूँ. सो एक दिन मैं ऐसे ही यूट्यूब पे वीडियो देख रहा था, तो उसमें क्या हुआ कि कोई बता रहा था किसी के रोशन के बारे में, रोशन नाम के लड़के कैसे होते हैं, ऐसे लोगों के बारे में बता रहा था. तो मैंने सोचा क्यों ना मैं अपना नाम सर्च करूं कि आकाश नाम के लोग कैसे होते हैं. सो मैंने सर्च किया आकाश नाम के लोग कैसे होते हैं, तो उसमें 5 मिनट के वीडियो में उसने सब कुछ बताया, मेरा आकाश नाम के लोग कैसे होते हैं, ऐसे ऐसे क्या क्या प्रॉब्लम्स आएंगे, क्या क्या वो फेस करना पड़ेगा, क्या क्या नहीं करना पड़ेगा. एट द लास्ट उसने कहा आकाश नाम के लोग फ्यूचर में लीडर बन सकते हैं, उनके अंदर नेतृत्व कला की बहुत अपार क्षमता होती है. सो मैंने सोचा क्यों ना इस स्किल को इम्प्रूव किया जाए. सो मैंने क्विकली मैंने यूट्यूब पे सर्च किया वेयर आई कैन इम्प्रूव माई पब्लिक स्पीकिंग स्किल. सो मैंने टोस्ट मास्टर क्लब के बारे में जाना पहली बार। तो उसके बाद मैंने टोस्ट मास्टर क्लब का वेबसाइट ओपन किया और उसमें अपना जो थोड़ा इंफॉर्मेशन भरा, अपना नाम, अपना जगह, सब कुछ भरा। उसके बाद मेरे पास मयूर ने मेरे पास कॉल किया और उन्होंने कहा आकाश यू कैन ज्वाइन आवर क्लब टू इम्प्रूव योर पब्लिक स्पीकिंग स्किल। एंड उन्होंने कहा हम लोग लोगों के इमोशन से जुड़ते हैं, इस क्लब में हम लोग अपने लोगों के इमोशन से जुड़ते हैं। सो मुझे इंग्लिश उतना मुझे नहीं आता, तो मैंने तुरंत अपना मोबाइल निकाला और सर्च किया वो हिंदी मीनिंग ऑफ इमोशन, हिंदी मीनिंग ऑफ इमोशन। सो उसमें आया भावना शी वॉज माई गर्लफ्रेंड। भावना इट मीन्स मुझे अपने गर्लफ्रेंड के साथ कनेक्ट होना पड़ेगा। तो आई एम जस्ट जोकिंग। सो मैंने कहा मयूर से ओके मैं क्लब ज्वाइन करूंगा। तो मैं नेक्स्ट डे आया, क्लब ज्वाइन किया एज अ गेस्ट। एंड जब मैं यहाँ पर आया तो सब लोग के फेस पे एक बहुत अच्छी स्माइल थी और सब लोग एक्साइटेड थे। पता नहीं यहाँ पे स्टेज पे क्या होने वाला था कि सब लोग एक्साइटेड थे। मैं भी एक्साइटेड हुआ। मैंने जब पहला स्पीच दिया मैंने 1 मिनट से भी कम बोला और मैं डिस्क्वालिफाइड हुआ, लेकिन सब लोगों ने मेरे लिए बहुत अच्छी तालियां बजाई। मैं बहुत खुश हुआ और उसके बाद मैं आप लोग के सामने जस्ट यहाँ पे हूँ। एंड दिस इज माय फर्स्ट इंट्रोडक्शन। थैंक यू वेरी मच।
Thank you, Akash. Surely you will be a big leader one day. So, since this was a first icebreaker speech, please stand up to give a standing ovation to Toastmaster Akash. Now we will have a timer's report. Can I ask Toastmaster Suchita, please come on stage and give the exact time taken by each speaker. Over to you, Toastmaster Suchita.
Greetings once again. So I would like to tell the prepared speeches timing. Mr. Ankit Singh, never too late. This time also you're not late. 5.40 second, 5 minute 40 second. So you are in for the evaluation. Second one is Mr. Viraj Misal. You scored high in this, 7 minutes 35 second. And Mr. Aakash Rohan, all the best from our side. 8.06 minutes you have taken. And Mr. Vishal, Viraj and Aakash will not be part of the voting. Yeah, thank you.
So, thank you. Thank you, Toastmaster Suchita, for the timing report. Since 3 out of 2 are already disqualified, so we won't be having a voting for the best speaker today. So it's time to break for 5 minutes. We will join exactly at 12 o'clock. Welcome back. Good afternoon to everyone. So now let's test the ability to think fast and speak impromptu. For the table topic session, we have someone who is senior delivery manager by profession. His hobbies are reading and perfume collection. So let's welcome Toastmaster Vikash Mishra. Table topic Master Vikash Mishra. Over to you.
Thank you. Hello, everyone. Okay, please settle down. For online, am I audible? Can anyone confirm?
Yes, you are audible.
Okay. Okay. So, hello, Toastmasters. I am Vikash Mishra, the table topic master today. So, what is table topic? So, it's like table and that topic. So, no. So, table topic is like we give you the opportunity to come here and talk. and also to develop the practice of thinking on your feet impromptu. So quickly I summarize, like, for what are the best practices of table topic, which I heard that in your speech, like you have given a sudden topic. So maybe what are the 3 keywords come when you hear that topic? Maybe according to those 3 keywords, you can draw your story. The second one is like your speech should have one beginning, one mid, and the end. I mean, these are not hard and fast rules, but this will help. And also for audience, I request that this is not an easy one, this attempt, because they are not prepared. So please, you also support them. Those speaker, be bit lenient and do not show these kinds of expression like this and this kind of thing. So yeah, I expect that this will be a very good experience. Okay, so let me start. Yeah, you can come. Thank you. So, so my, who is grammarian? Okay, maybe okay, there online. So first speaker I am looking for, and also, yeah, I'll come. I encourage our guest to participate first. So, I'm too many so's. So first one from offline side, yeah, please come. What's your name, sir? Shreyas. Okay. So Shreyas, your topic is, how have you changed in last 5 years? Maybe I will repeat. In how have you changed in last 5 years? I hope it is clear. To
Yeah,
you.
thank you so much.
Your name is Rohan.
Shreyash. How can you forget this? Anyways, you asked me about 5 years. In last 14 months, I changed 4 companies. So that is not a big thing for me. If you are asking me about 5 years, 5 years is like too long for me. In 5 years, I changed my college, my company. Then I switched 3-4 companies. Now I am at a very good state. Hmm? No, I am also Sigma focused. Okay, so talking about change, like there is saying that change is the only constant. Things change, like a person, even personalities change. How many of you know about 16 personalities test, MBTI? Okay, yeah. So 5 years ago, my personality was an adventurer type, and in recent, like in last one or 2 years, it became this type. Commander type. So yeah, so in last 5 years, if I could tell, a lot of things changed. I initially I was a introvert kind of person in my college days. Later, when I came to company, there was a sort of not competition, I would say, but there was a thrill inside me to do something, to do more. The main thing was managing finances, because once you start to get into finances, a lot of things need to change around you, like your habits, how you perform at your job. And to best perform at your job, at my job, I needed to get into leadership, and there I also got into Toastmasters. So that way I changed from an explorer to commander type in the last 5 years. Over to you, table topics master.
Thank you. Yeah, we have online. Or is he guest, or is he the toast? Sorry?
I'm Toastmaster.
Okay, so he's Toastmaster. Okay. So Marutesh, thank you for participating. And can I see him? Okay. So Marutesh, your table topic is any unfulfilled wish of year 2022. getting it? Any unfulfilled fulfilled wish of year 2022 for you? First, tell me, are you clear with topic, and then you can take your 10 seconds.
Yes, I am clear the topic.
Okay.
I'm thinking that, yeah.
Take your
actually,
time, 10 second, 20 second, and then start. Next voice will be yours. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah, in this 2022, almost I have fulfilled many goals. That I have wrote a book more than it is 4 years, but that book is published in 2022. That was also completed, and many goals. What all I had, I used to plan everything. For day also I used to plan. For month also I used to plan. For years also I used to plan, and I used to work. Every day when I get up, what I want to do, I used to do. But in 2022, actually, I thought to go for a conference for Odisha, because every year I used to go for other states, and only this year, due to this December, we had some important work in office. Hence, I thought to postpone that one, but hence I didn't register for that conference, and also the work which I aimed that will happen in December, that also it has postponed. Hence I feel sad that one thing I postponed to go for Odisha, and also for which aim I have postponed, that also it cancels. Feeling little sad that if I would register, it would be good. The small thing I had feel. Apart from that, in this 2022, it is much satisfied year for me. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Mardesh. And I wish like any unfulfilled wish you will fulfill in next year. So yeah, thank you. Do we have another one? Oh, he's a guest. Okay. So Vishwanath is volunteered to come as table topic speaker. So Vishwanath, your topic is first. Say hi, Vishwanath. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, you're audible.
Okay. So your topic is your best moment of year 2022. Am I clear? Your
Okay.
best moment.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Over to you then.
Yes, so first of all, sorry about my webcam is not working properly, so I had removed it. So could you please allow me to think for 30 seconds? So
we can hear you. You can go ahead.
Okay. What? Okay. Very good afternoon, I would say, all of you. My name is Vishwanath, and my topic is best moment from 2022. So I would say from last in 2022, from January, I graduated in 2021. Then I started. Basically I did my graduation in non-technical background, but I wanted to be. I want to make career in IT field. Although I'm not from IT background, but then I started preparing for coding, programming online by watching YouTube tutorials and all. The best moment I like about it, because it's all started by just making one decision to get into software development. Then I started from scratch, learning basic fundamentals about programming and uh, learning data structure and algorithms and all everything. I started from scratch. No, and thing was that best moment is that actually there were no proper guidance for me while I was preparing. But later on I found it on LinkedIn. I used to DM directly to on LinkedIn to people who are working in software development or working as a software engineer in different companies. They used to guide me, and then I started building my knowledge in to make career in software development. That's it, I guess, from my side. I have that's the best moment for me to be change me to get into software development. And yeah, that's it. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Vishwanath, and we expect, like, we hope that we see we and have more speeches from your side. Yeah, 5 minutes left. Okay, okay. So I think, yeah, we have two guests. So I think yeah. So Devina has already after her. Okay, so come, Devin, I'm okay. So your topic is, what do you love most about yourself? I think everybody loves. Okay.
Uh, Thank you, Vikas, and thank you all of you for giving me an opportunity to speak upon the table topic like what I like in me. Am I right? Yes. Yes. So I will think 5 seconds on that, like what I like in me. Some things like I don't fear in new place, or like something like that. If I go to the new place, I will ask about the things, like ask about the place and the description about that place. Right, last Sunday I came here and I kept stand on the first floor, like the courtyard of this building. And I think Harsha was the last table topics. Yeah, different. So I asked her that, where are you from? And like, I was thinking like, she is also the guest for this, this club. And she introduced me like she is from the another club like Capgemini, and we are best friend from that day. And that is the quality in me, like I can elaborate with the new people. There are a lot of odds in me, but still I like that quality, and I will definitely improve this in club. Thank you for all.
Thank you, Devin. Okay, so our next guest is Vaibhav. Okay. So Vaibhav is guest, and your topic. Tell the topic. In your 80s, what will matter you most? In your 80s, what will matter you?
Thanks for this opportunity. And definitely in my 80s, humanity will be the matter most, because the way artificial intelligence and machine learning is disrupting the market. And if we want to eat that kind of fruits in our 70s, 80s, or whatever it may be, then definitely we need to align ourselves in such a way where we can contribute towards humanity. So I personally feel and believes that this is the one thing which is related to humanity. It's not about the money or the remaining things, actually, your family, whatever it may be, but one thing, we need to be grounded and we need to think we need to have that kind of human connections, the humanities, the emotions, the clarity with what you can say on your emotional and humanitical ground. So personally, I believe that would be the first thing which matter most for me. And the second would be the learning part, because since last 2 years the pandemic hit me hard, and the one thing what I observe, that we are not a keen learner all the time. So definitely I just want to go ahead with whatever kind of learnings would come in my path, and definitely I would like to grab that kind of learning, whatever it may be, maybe 60 80s or 100 would be, but I just want to grab each kind of learning whichever comes into my path. So that would be it. Thank you.
Thank you, Vaibhav, and yeah, great message, like humanity and the learning in your 80s. I probably not learn in 80s, but maybe I will teach others, pravachan and all those kind of things. Okay, so I think the another. Do we have any other? Okay. Yeah, your good name, sir? Akash. Okay, and this will be the, I think, last speech. Okay, so Akash, your topic is this. Describe yourself in terms of food. Getting it?
I think this one is an easy topic and also an hard topic because we all like different kind of foods, and I mostly like food which are healthy to me and good for my health as well. And I mostly like chole bhature and kheer, and mostly sweets also, and all kinds of sweets. And but from last few months, I have changed a few things about me, and that is I'm not into non-veg now. And I'm totally, actually, I was eating earlier. That was, I was not a veg purely, but now I'm trying to change that, and I'm not consuming any kind of non-veg food right now. And
You're reducing your option.
yes, I'm reducing, but I think it's a good change for me. And dessert, all kind of sweets. There's in sweets I have all kind of options. I won't deny anything that I won't eat that. And now, and I also would like to introduce that my name is Akash Soy. I know you all have in pronouncing my surname. It's S-O-Y. Like you speak all Roy, R-O-Y is S-O-Y. Because I had faced this problem earlier also in speaking my surname, and that's all.
Okay, great. Akash Roy. Actually, all unhealthy foods are good in taste. So, okay. So I think, yeah, we had a great session, and that's I conclude here. Over to you, Toastmaster Rohan. Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Toastmaster Vikas, for the wonderful table topic session. Now we will have a timers report. I invite Toastmaster Suchita to come and give a detailed exact timing taken by each table topic speaker. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day. Once again, greetings. So we have utilized total 18 minutes in our table topic session. Our first speaker was Mr. Shreyash. He took 1 minute 40 seconds. He is in. Mr. Marutesh, he took 1 minute 54 seconds. He is also in. Mr. Vishwanath, 2 minutes. He is also in. Devi, she took 1 minute 20 seconds. She is also in for the competition. Second is Mr. Vaibhav. He took 1 minute 20 seconds. He's also in. Mr. Aakash Shoy, he is 2 minute 24 seconds. He's also in as 2 minute 30 seconds. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Suchita, for the timers report. Now we will have voting for best table topic speaker. So launch the the poll online has been launched. For the offline people, we will put your heads down and vote for the best table topic speaker by raising your hands. Just let me know the names. Toastmaster Shreyas. Toastmaster Marutesh. Guest Vishwanath.
Yes, sir.
Guest Devika. Guest Webo. Guest Akash. Yes. Thank you, everyone. Now it's time for evaluation. So for all the speakers who had delivered their speeches today, evaluator will give the detailed feedback. The evaluation timing will be 2 to 3 minutes. So I would first invite Toastmaster Mayur to evaluate Toastmaster Ankit.
I was going on the wrong path and came on the right path because Toastmaster Ankit said that no matter how far you have gone on the wrong path, still there is a way to come back on the right track. Greetings, Mr. President, Toastmaster of the Day, fellow Toastmasters and distinguished guests. Today, as I rightly said earlier in the speech, that Toastmaster Ankit is one of the rising Toastmaster, and yes, you might all be agree with my point, because the way he has delivered his speech was phenomenal. Because like what we see that in icebreaker speech is not just about overcoming or taking a step and coming over here. It's not all about or just finding the courage or finding the voice. It's not all about. But Toastmaster Ankit, what he did, like at the end, all of us got to know that how Toastmaster Ankit is as a person, right? How many of do you know in which year he got married? 2020, right? So that's the way that he grabbed the attention of all of us. If I have to abbreviate Ankit, or if I have to say what are the strong points of Ankit, then I will abbreviate into Ankit. Ankit stands for articulated, because he shared the stories which were very articulated. In the first itself, he said that why he joined the school, because there was a situation where nobody was willing to join the school, but because of the food, the tasty food which he got in the school, that's why he joined the school. So there were stories which were articulated. Then second point, then I, as A stands for, then Yan stands for narrative. He was narrative because even at one point he shared the narrative story, because he was going on the wrong path, or he was not aware about what things he do. But when he got married, he said that, okay, it's not time to go here and there. He have to take or stand on some decision. And that story was narrative. Then I would go with the kick. So K stands for kick off. He kick off his icebreaker, or I would say Toastmaster journey, by sharing the keen learnings which he had did, because at even such he's too not old, but he eager to learn more, because I could see he's keen on learning spirituality. Then he's doing fitness trainings, and even he started working on public speaking. So couple of things he's doing, right? Then I will go with the I, which stands for influence. Did you felt motivated, or did you got influenced by hearing his speech? Right? I was, and I must say all of us got influence. And then T stands for time management. He used 5 minutes and 40 seconds. That was awesome. So at the end, I would say it was very well speech. I congratulate you, and I will be excited to see more speeches of you. Back to sir.
Thank you, Toastmaster Mayur. Now I would call upon Toastmaster Abhishek to evaluate Toastmaster Viraj. Over to you, Toastmaster Abhishek.
Okay, thank you so much, Toastmaster of the day. We are what we do repeatedly. Excellence is not an act, but it is a habit. This is stated by Aristotle, and this is what we notice in the today's speech by Toastmaster Viraj. Toastmaster Viraj, a very wonderful speech. You not only told about yourself, but you also created an identity in this particular club about yourself and what you expect and what the club should think and plan for you. And wonderful job, Toastmaster Viraj, on giving a fantastic speech. Coming to the objective of the speech, yes, this is the icebreaker speech. The objective was to understand the basic structure of public speaking. When the basic structure is about opening body and closer, in the opening, definitely you greeted the audience in a nice way. You started with New Year and Merry Christmas, and at the same time you introduced what you are going to see in this meeting. In the body part, you explained about yourself a lot, starting from your childhood, your school time, your goals, your colleges, and why you have joined Toastmasters. And during the conclusion, definitely, what is your objective, why you joined Toastmasters, what happened in the past, you explain that one. Second thing is explaining yourself and telling the members of this club about yourself, which you have done. So I would say that objective you have already achieved of the icebreaker. One thing I really like about your speech is at the beginning, you told us that you were the top 5 in your school time, and in the workplace it's top 10. And you not only told about that, you also demonstrated throughout the meeting. What happens is we are not only connected to the audience, what they're saying, we are also connected to the mindset of the audience. It is about the logic and the emotion combination of both of them, which help us to connect with the audience even more. You first of all set the stage. You explain what are the achievements you have done in the past, what are the achievements you are doing right now, and what is your current mindset that helped you to grow. You were very clear on your goal. You know what you wanted to achieve. At the same time, you were moving in the right direction. That is wonderful job from your side, you know, explaining that. When I listened to your speech, it felt like a hero's journey. In hero's journey, there is some goals, then there is some challenges like you faced with journeys, and then again you achieved something. And in fact, we get connected and we want people who have bigger goal, who wants to achieve something. We support them. So there is wonderful job from your side. Again, there was good eye contact, even though you have a paper in front of you. As this is the icebreaker speech, I will not give you any feedback in coming speeches. That we will learn more about Toastmaster, how to give proper speeches, and you will get more feedback. One challenge I would like to give is that this video will be uploaded on YouTube. From the next pathway project, you can go through the material and you can just analyze what are the things that you have done in this particular speech and how you could have improved this speech. It will help you a lot in upcoming speeches. But to summarize, again, you have achieved the objective of this speech. You were, the structure was fantastic, and we'll definitely like to hear more speeches from you. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Abhishek. Now I would call upon Toastmaster Shantanu to evaluate Toastmaster Aakash.
Good afternoon, presiding officer, fellow Toastmasters, Toastmaster of the day, and dear guests. What an amazing speech, Toastmaster Aakash. I really congratulate on your icebreaker speech. And you started with a personal story, how you have grown up in the Lucknow and you had to shift to the village, and how you got the news that your father passed away, and all your challenges you faced, right? You worked with your uncle on the fitting job, and then you learned about things. So I would say that Toastmaster Aakash, you are born fighter, and I could realize that in the entire speech, because when you are faced with the personal challenges, you continued your journey. You have taken the responsibility of your family, and you have supported them by working. And right now in the speech, when you were not able to come up with the words, you continued your speech. The best part is you never stopped. You continued your speech. Although in Hindi, it does not matter, because what matters here is the public speaking. So you are standing in front of everyone, you were speaking. In your first speech, when you gave table topics, I think you were not able to talk for complete time. And this time you were talking. I think you exceeded the time, that's fine, but you were talking. So I really appreciate. And if I look at the basic speech requirements, right? So the basic speech requirements are the spoken clarity. So you are very much clear, you are audible to everyone. There was a personal connect. I think everybody now knows you very well. Then second thing is the vocal variety. So you were very much clear while you were talking. I was able to hear all the words clearly. Then eye contact. Even though it was icebreaker speech, you were facing audience, your eye contact was perfect. You were using some gestures in your speech. Then while talking about the phone conversation, you also use the gestures, and you enacted like playing the dialogues. So that is also one important aspect of the speech. And the overall comfort level, you were very much comfortable delivering the speech. Although you ran out of words, you continued the speech in Hindi. So that was amazing. And I think I was interested in your speech. I was hooked up till the end. So that was really amazing part of that. And yeah, overall, I think you also use bit of a humor. When Mayuresh called you, he mentioned about the emotions and how you correlated that with your girlfriend. So you add little bit of humor. So I think all in all, very good speech, very good icebreaker speech, I would say. And I would like to hear more speeches from you. Just keep talking. Thank you. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Shantanu, for the report. Now we will have a timer report. I would call upon Toastmaster Suchita to give us the exact time taken by each evaluator. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day, Rohan. So yes, in this evaluation speech, all participants are qualified. Mr. Mayur took 3 minutes 30 seconds. Abhishek Negi took 3 minutes 20 seconds. Mr. Shantanu took 2 minutes 50 seconds. Yeah, so we all are on time in this manner. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sujita, for the report. Now we will have the voting for the best evaluator. So you launch the poll online and we will take it offline. Put your heads down and raise your hands when I call out the name. Toastmaster Mayur. Toastmaster Abhishek. Toastmaster Shantanu. Thank you, everyone. The voting has been completed. Now, I would call upon our grammarian for today for the grammarian report, Toastmaster Insia.
Mm. Am I audible and visible?
Yeah, you are audible, but not visible. Spotlight.
Okay. I think I am audible and visible. So, Toastmaster of the day, fellow Toastmasters, and all guests, I would like to present the report for the day, the grammarian report. Firstly, I would like to mention the word of the day and usage of the word of the day and phrase of the day. So, word of the day was used by Toastmaster Deep and Toastmaster Chandrasekhar. And phrase of the day was used by Toastmaster Deep, Toastmaster Aakash, Toastmaster Chandrasekhar, and Toastmaster Mayur. However, I did see that there were times when people have used the synonyms for the same, so they could have incorporated the word of the day. For example, somebody did wish Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. So maybe there you could have incorporated frolicsome as the word of the day and wished as it is the synonym for merry. So we need to be a little bit more mindful. Same goes with the phrase of the day. So one of the evaluator could have mentioned, you went against all the odds and faced the challenges and achieved them. So it was on the similar lines where he was talking about how he did face all the difficulties and achieve. So maybe there you could have used the phrase of the day as it meant the same. Now let me give a quick update about some of the good usages in the meeting. Pledge, it's never too late. Then tempted, keen, demoted, segregate, humanity, articulated are some of the good usage of the words. Now, as we all know, Toastmasters is also about learning. Now, I would also like to mention not so good usage of the language for today. So somebody spoke about corruptions. The proper usage would be corruption. Will not add a plural to it. Then I get chance. I got a chance would be the proper usage. At that time of my life, at that time in my life would be the proper usage. Cleared, goals in fitness. Cleared is not the appropriate word. Achieved, goals in fitness, because goals are meant to be achieved or completed. We are in the same division. You were talking about something which was in the past. So maybe you could have said we were in the same division. I don't have time. I did not have that much time or did not have time. I used to go preparing for NEET exams. I was preparing for NEET exam, or I I was preparing for NEET exam is the appropriate usage. This is really happened. This really happened, or this is what happened. Asked from my father, asked my father to change me. The proper usage would be to change my. So these are some of the usages. Now it's time for the tip of the day for today. So as you can see, tip of the day for today would be the difference between the usage of than and then. So both does sound similar, but it is different. The usage will differ according to what you are, where you are trying to imply the word. For example, if you're using for some comparisons, then the word would be than. The red ball is bigger than the green ball. But if you're using to for describing some time or sequences, you will use then. First I added sugar, then I mixed it. So that is how the usage would be. With this, I give the control back to the Toastmaster of the day, and thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Insia, for the grammarian report. I now call upon Toastmaster Tulsi to give the R counter report. Over to you, Toastmaster.
Thank you, TM Modi. Good afternoon, presiding officer, Toastmaster of the day, fellow Toastmasters, and dear guests. Here is my report. I have divided my report in 4 parts. The flawless speaker, and the low, who uses less than 3 filler words, medium, who uses less than 3 and more than 5 filler words, and high, who uses more than 5 filler words. Flawless speakers are Abhishek, Chandrasekhar, and Mayur. Kudos to all of them. And moving ahead, Nirzara used 2 times. Rohan used so 1 time, 1 time. Insia used 2 times. And in medium section, Suchita, who uses 3 times. Vikas, no, I cannot keep him in medium. I have to take him in high section. And Shantanu, who uses 2 times. And in high section, all the speakers who I think it's a ice-breaking speech, and it's natural to take the pauses and filler words. So Ankit took more than 5 so, and Viraj took more than 5 like and Akash took 5 pauses, unnecessary pauses were there, but was there. And I have also kept myself in high section. I have used a lot of filler words. When we uses these filler words in this meeting, I have noted down that when we run short of thoughts or words, or not able to connect or stuck somewhere during our presentation, we uses these filler words. So I have a tip for this, how to eliminate or improve our speaking, that we used to do in our presentation. We used to think in our preferable language and then translate it and then use to deliver it. So it's better to take a baby steps and think in English and then deliver our presentation. It will come out good. And rather than using clutch words, if nothing is coming to us, it's better to take a small pause to recollect ourselves. This is my report. Thank you, and back to you, TM.
Thank you, Toastmaster Tulsi, for the R counter report. Now I would call upon Toastmaster Chandrasekhar for the general evaluator report. Over to you, Toastmaster.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Rohan. So I'm back with my report, and after all these role players, I would like to share what were the good things that has happened in today's meeting and what are the things that we can improve upon. And I will start with the first role player, that is the Sergeant at Arms Toastmaster Nirjara. So what I really liked in her address as a Sergeant at Arms was that she was having the good control over the Sergeant at Arms address. She was firm and confident when she delivered the Sergeant at Arms address. One thing that is really important, that we do not miss the club mission. and she explained what was the club mission of Toastmaster Club of Pune Northwest. She kept the guest engaged by asking their introduction, and she was like really firm with that. Now, what are the things that she can improve upon? As I feel that every sergeant at arm can add 1 or 2 points from her end towards the theme. That was something that I would like to give her as a challenge. If she takes up that role next time, that she can add at least 1 or 2 pointers from her end to the themes. That would make the theme more engaging and make the meeting more memorable for her as well. So other than that, she had a great job on her part. Can you have a big round of applause for her as well? Coming to our presiding officer, Toastmaster Abhishek, he had a really great stories to connect with for the year 2022. What are the things that we have done and how he connected with the Toastmaster also. So I don't have any recommendation for Toastmaster Abhishek. Can you have a big round of applause for him as well? Now coming to my role players, those were timer, R counter, and grammarian. So let us start with the timer first. So timer Toastmaster Suchita timed each and everyone perfectly. And one thing that was commendable for her was that when the speaker was in online mode, she stood over there and she was showing the card for throughout the whole time. That was something that was really inspiring for me, because we had to stand over there, see the timing as well, then pick another card and then do the justice to the role. So kudos to her on doing that part really great. One small suggestion is that once the speaker has overqualified the time, or once the speaker is above the time limit, we can keep on displaying the red card, as we do not have the buzzer over here. So that can be adopted in the technique, but overall she did a great job. Coming to our R counter, Toastmaster Tulsi. So she segregated all the speakers in 4 different slots. Low, those were flawless, some almost flawless, some who were having middle, and those were like having higher count. Now, this is something which is very natural. When we speak, we tend to use the filler words and filler sound. So she gave a particular tip that how we can improve upon. In English language or any language, we have certain pauses. Those are full stop, comma, semicolon. Those are supposed to be taken so that you can think and speak the next thought. So if you can inculcate that thing, it would be really great for all of us. So great job on her part. The report was really nice. I was expecting the report for particular table topic speaker as well. So that was something that I found missing in it. But if she can inculcate that in the next report, that would be really great. Kudos for her. Can we have a big round of applause for her as well? Coming to our grammarian Toastmaster Insia. So the word of the day was something that we could have all used. The meeting was proliferate for all of us. I found it was bit tough, but we could have been used. The phrase of the day was also easy. And towards the end, she presented the report, what were the good things in it and how we can improve upon, and also gave some good tips regarding the English language. Only one challenge that I would like to give her, as I don't have any recommendation. The challenge is to find out the figure of speech and explain what were those figure of speech that has been used by the speaker. If she can improve on that part, that would be really great of her. Can we have a big round of applause for her as well? Now coming to some of the main role players, those are like Toastmaster of the day and the table topic master. So let me start with the table topic master, Toastmaster Vikash. He was totally engaged throughout the table topic session. The topics were really great. He was calm and confident, and he was always smiling. One great thing that I really liked about his table topic session, that after each and every speech, he was giving some thoughts from his own end. That is something really nice of him. And I really enjoyed that part where he was talking something about it, whether it is an inspirational joke or something, as a takeaway from each and every speech. One thing that he could have improved upon was the introduction of the table topic master, where he had to explain what is table topic and how table topic can help him. For example, table topic help us to 4 key skills, which is thinking, organizing, delivering. One which I completely forgot, which is obviously listening. No, so we listen to the topic twice and then we speak about it. So he could have inculcated that in his introduction. That would have been really great. But overall, he did a great job as a table topic master. Kudos to him. Can we have a big round of applause for him as well? Coming to our last, but the main role player for today's meeting, which is the Toastmaster of the day. Now, Toastmaster of the day is someone who is the host of today's meeting, who had to do all the things. He had to manage the time as well. He had to take all the introduction and make sure that the proper handover is done throughout the meeting. The theme was year 2022, and it was quite engaging theme. We were hearing lots of things about the theme from his end. There were great stories. One thing that I felt like it could have been more engaging if you would have asked more questions towards the audience. in his session, as well as when he was getting the stage time. If you can inculcate that in his script, that would have been really great. Some small suggestion that we all can improve upon in this meeting, that when we talk about the greeting, so it is presiding officer, not officers, because presiding officer is just one. We tend to use presiding officer and president. So both are same for the meeting. If there are two different people, one is presiding officer and one is president, then we tend to use both. But if not, we just stick with the one who is the presiding officer. Apart from that, it is really nice when you come on the stage, you deliver the mic first and then do the shake hand. So I believe 70 to 80% time the shake hand was done, but 20% it was missed. So make sure that we are not missing the shake hand and the claps whenever the transfer of control is given. So if that can be inculcated in our meetings, that would have been really great. Overall, the meeting was really great for me. There was lots of learning, so many icebreaker speeches, so many great stories that I have heard today, and I really enjoyed today's meeting. Now it's time for the host to come back on the stage and proceed further for today's meeting. So let's have a big round of applause for him.
Thank you, Toastmaster Chandrasekhar, for the detailed general report. The year 2022 was the year of FIFA. After 36 years, Argentina won their third World Cup. I wish the next World Cup, India qualifies for the FIFA World Cup, and we all present in the room will here be celebrating our World Cup win. That is FIFA World Cup win. With that, I would like to wish every one of you and your family a happy new year. May the coming year bring the prosperity to you. With that, I would call upon Toastmaster Abhishek to give the club report for today. Over to you, Toastmaster Abhishek.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Rohan. Before this, can we have the voting, please?
Okay. So voting
for the role player and auxiliary role player.
So we will have the voting for best auxiliary role player. Toastmaster Nirjara. Toastmaster Suchita. Timer. Counter Toastmaster Tulsi. Grammarian Toastmaster Insia. Okay, now voting for the best role player. TM Toastmaster Rohan. General Evaluator Toastmaster Chandrasekhar. Table Topic Master Toastmaster Vikash. Thank you. We are done with the voting.
Okay, thank you so much, Toastmaster of the day. I hope I'm audible right now to everyone.
Yes, you're audible.
Okay, thank you so much. And thank you so much for this wonderful meeting today. Definitely this term ended with a bang. Although we are at the end of this current meeting and finally of this term, when the term started, my mentor and previous president said that this will just pass the blink of eye. And I felt that this is true. But at the same time, in the last one term, because of all of your help and the help from the district and other officials, we have achieved a lot in this last term. It is now to reflect back, what are the things that we have done good and what are the plans that we have going forward. So let us see what are the great achievement we have done in the last 1 year. Starting with the education part, we first of all had 2 joint meeting in the last term. The joint meeting, one with the Pimpri Toastmasters Club and another one is the joint meeting of Area C1. Definitely the joint meeting is a great way to connect with more people, have the more diversity in the club, and definitely in the Toastmasters, we need to build better relation, better connection with people in order to achieve great. At the same time, there was a joint meeting of Area C1 where 5 clubs in our area came to our club and we hosted that particular session. That was a very great job done on our side. Also, that at the same time, the area director, division director, our district director, the CGD were in our club. So this is one achievement. Another is that we had the milestone meeting, the 400th milestone meeting in this current term. This was a really grand meeting with nearly 60 members around the district. Again, at the same time, the other contests were going on, other trainings were going on. Still, we had very fantastic people coming around with our club. We conducted different sessions. Everyone, all the district officials got stage to speak. The sessions were very entertaining. Many of you definitely were part of it. There were so many planning going on, foods and everything was there. The celebration, it felt like a celebration environment. So great job on the milestone meeting. Regarding the level completion in the last term, we had 7 level 1 completion, 7 level 2 completion, 2 level 3 completion, and 7 level 4 and level 5 completions. In the contest season, our club had nearly 10 members participated in both humorous speech contest and evaluation. People participated was really huge. It made us very entertaining. 3 of our members went to the area level contest, 2 of our members went to the division level contest, and 1 member was the runner-up in the division contest in humorous speech contest. In the contest season, we also supported almost 15 clubs. In fact, in the contest season, we supported the entire community to help a lot. The 15 is even less number. We supported a lot of clubs. We supported almost all area and division during the contest season. This is also a great job done from our side to support the community. We are also conducting training session and other sessions. If you say about the agenda, then our VP Education has done a wonderful job. The agenda is always to the point. Every time if any changes occur, that the agenda would be updated. So this was a new practices that started following, which was excellent. Also for the Toastmaster of that month, we made some changes. Previously, we were giving just voucher, but right now, every member who wins the Toastmaster of the month will start getting a trophy for the achievement so that they can witness that what they have achieved in the past. Also, it became much more formalized and much more transparent. The sheet that will be uploaded again, every month we upload the sheet on all the criterias. We are awarding not your position, how much experience, but how much effort you are putting in the Toastmasters. And based on that, the award, Toastmaster of the Month award will be selected. We have conducted many educational sessions in our club, the humorous speech session, for evaluation speech session, for election on XCOM role, the education session was conducted. Coming to the membership, when the term started, we have 35 base members. Right now, we are at 45 members. Usually after renewals, the membership count reduces, but after renewals, our membership count was 36. We had total 23 members added to our club. That is a wonderful job towards a membership. In fact, our membership was one of the highest in the district. We also increased the number for our area and division as well. It is said that membership is kind of breadth to the club, and the more members, and in fact more diverse members in our club, we are very diverse members who are from different backgrounds, different experience level, which makes our meeting and our club much more engaging and interesting. We are also going to get, we have received many awards for membership, like Smedley Award, Power Up 2, and in fact many more awards is still going to come to our club. So wonderful job in terms of membership as well in our club. Also, we conducted the open house. Toastmaster Manu Nair was the keynote speaker there. We had very wonderful, more than 50 people were attended the open house meeting, and this was a very wonderful meeting. All of us enjoyed in the open house. So this was really interesting. Coming to the PR, we created our LinkedIn account. In the LinkedIn, if you open it, this is so right now we have 3 social media accounts: Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn. At the same time, we have our YouTube where the videos are uploaded repeatedly so that the PR will be increased. If you want, you can post more information on our pages as well. If you have achieved something, you can also tag our club and the district. That will help you to reach more people, and definitely it will be tagged in our club. Our newsletter team also launched our newsletter on December. The really nice articles were written there. That is very interesting to read. I really recommend all of you to go through our newsletter. We have also updated the Easy Speak. In fact, our VP Education has made sure that the agenda and the Easy Speak is always updated. For the website, we are right now Easy Speak. For any news, we are updating the website itself. In fact, if you have any kind of announcement, you can also update in the message board or our website in the Easy Speak. This is one option. Also, we are starting to put our club in the meetup, and soon you will see our meeting invite in the meetup as well. For the next, we conducted our election in the first meeting of this term. The election was really diverse. Again, there are a lot of participation in the election process. And this really tells us how much we have improved, and this tells us how much healthy our club is. And definitely, some people got a chance, some people might not, but definitely they are working on themselves, becoming a better leader. And in the future, we'll see them in our leadership position of our club. And our membership also updated at the same time on the TI before the deadline. Of the MOM by Toastmaster Insha was right on time. We never missed any single MOM. It was sometime it got delayed, but it was there. It will help us to make sure to understand what are the good practices that we can follow going ahead. We are also on the track of receiving the Excellence in Administration Award. In the last one term, our finances has improved a lot because of more member addition and other factors. We have better finances right now. That means we have better awards. We are giving more early award offers. We have better sessions coming forward. Our club is also ready to get the Transparency in Treasury Award. We recently released the quarter term report. Soon we are going to release our term finances report as well. One more achievement is that we have transferred the signing authority of our club to DTM Minal. So that means we have the signing authority with ourselves right now, and the process of finances and its reimbursement will be now a lot more faster. Another great achievement, I would say, is major achievement. In fact, I would say is the location that we have found out. In fact, I would say all the members who helped to find this location, and distinguished Minal and Toastmaster Mayur, especially for going around with different colleges and schools and to find out a good place for our club to host the meeting. It helped us in financially. It helped us in having a very great platform where we can conduct our meeting. It helped us to reach out to more people. Even if more people comes to our club, we will be able to accommodate and have a big meeting. So that was fantastic job from, thank you so much Toastmaster DTM Minal and Toastmaster Mayur. This also gave us another opportunity to conduct session. So we have one agreement in which every week we'll conduct session for the student. It will help the college. At the same time, it will help us because we'll get practical audience to speak. In the Toastmaster environment, it is a lot more supportive, but when you will talk to students, you will be a teacher. In that case, you will get actual audience to speak. So well done. And thank you so much, distinguished Toastmaster Minal and Toastmaster Mayur. Also, we had now better equipment with us, our camera, our speaker. Right now, we have Gavel with us, and it is helping us to have a very good hybrid meeting. And the meeting room itself, you might be able to experience. The meeting is really interesting right now. Also, we have ordered the banner right now. Digital copy is with us, but soon we are going to print, and on the stage or in the particular room, you will see that the banner will be there, which will help us to feel more in the Toastmaster environment. All the videos of the meeting are right now uploaded on YouTube as well, and Toastmaster Mayuresh makes sure that it was on time. Also, we are on the path of receiving the excellence in logistic as well. The Toastmaster Mayuresh attended almost all meetings, and he performed all the great job. Coming to the next point, we have 9.5 DCB points in just 3 months of the term start. And we are right now at eligible, in fact, I would say, eligible for the President Distinguished Club. This is a very good milestone that we have achieved 9.5 DCB points in just 3 months. It is the result of every single member and executive committee member and their commitment towards it. 7 of our executive committee member attended the training. We have attended all the area and district council meeting. And another good thing is that we are on the good path to receive the Diamond Club Award. We have right now 47 points. We need minimum 80 points from total 100 points. So we are right now at 47. And the next term, we will definitely receive all those points required, and we will get the Diamond Club Award. So all this achievement and all the awards, I will say I was just I was the president. My job is to coordinate everything, but I will give credit to the executive committee member. We were very fortunate to have those members who worked really hard to make sure that everything is going in sequence. Everything is really fine. We are very fortunate. And all the achievement, I would give credit to the executive committee members themselves, all the members themselves. So in fact, in this meeting, let us hear from them as well, what were their experience. Before going ahead, if anyone wants to say something, then they can. And then we can go ahead with listen from our executive committee member as well. Okay, if no, then let us go ahead. The first, I would like to invite our VP Education for our club. VP Education is really important because he is the one who is reaching out to every one of you. If you have grown anything, if you are getting speech a lot, everything is done by him. He is connecting, he is giving his time and connecting with all of you to help you in your education goal. And he has done wonderful job in it. Even if he is busy somewhere, he will be available online. He will connect with you in the meeting. If he will be always present in the meeting. So well done, Toastmaster Shantanu at the VP Education. I would like to call Toastmaster Shantanu on the stage to speak something to the audience.
Thank you, Toastmaster Abhishek, for giving me a chance to talk. So it was a wonderful experience. I think when I took this role, I was a little bit skeptical whether I would be able to give justice to this role or not, because my son was just 5-6 months old at that time, and you know how much demanding your family is when you have a kid at home, and at the same time you have a lot of demanding job also. But I would say I learned 3 things from this role. The first thing is time management. So I felt a little bit busy in the initial days, but then I thought that you are always busy. I mean, no matter in which phase of life you are always busy. So you have to manage your time very effectively. So sorry for all the people. I responded late to you. You might have seen all the midnight pings from you, but that was the time slot that I have selected for Toastmasters. So I used to spend 15-20 minutes daily at that midnight time, and I was managing all the meeting things. Then second thing I have learned was the resiliency. So whenever you are VP Education, so till the last moment you keep facing the challenges, like somebody backing out, and you have to be always be ready to take up the role, or make sure you are looking out for some alternate person doing the role. So that's the another thing that I have learned, I think. And just third thing, it's I think it has made me a better person from what I was there 6 months before. So whenever I'm in office, whenever I'm conducting any meeting, I think I'm better organized because of this XCOM role. And yeah, I make sure that my meetings are of better quality, better time management and proper agenda, etc. So that has really helped me in the professional life also. And I would like to thank everyone. I think starting with Toastmaster Abhishek, he is a true leader. I think he's always there for the support, even though I had some personal challenges whenever I'm not available. I think Toastmaster Abhishek is there every time. So thanks for being a great leader, Toastmaster Abhishek. Coming to our VP membership, Toastmaster Mayuresh, he has been very active Toastmaster. I think he is the face of our club. He's the one who meets all the new Toastmasters. So, and thanks for doing all the great job. I think our membership count has been a great now. Then Toastmaster Mayuresh, very awesome hybrid setup. I would say it is one of the best hybrid setup that we have. So thanks, Toastmaster Mayuresh. Toastmaster Insia sending MOMs on time, very crisp MOMs every time. Then Toastmaster Ashutosh for being the VPPR. I think he has been active since day one in sharing the posters and all the external communications, right? And yeah, I forgot anyone. Sorry if I. Of course, Minal ma'am. Yeah, I was going to cover her at last, but I think XCOM I have covered everyone. Toastmaster Abhishek for handling the treasurer. So yeah, I think I have got all the reimbursement stuff on time. So thanks, Toastmaster Abhishek and DTM Minal. So specifically mentioning she's the great driving force behind Toastmasters Club of Pune Northwest. I think. Yeah, thanks for giving me this opportunity. I think she's the one who reached out to me to ask if I'm ready to take this role, and I would say a great orchestrator. I think she was in the control of everything. I mean, I know she's a mentor of other clubs also. She's active at the district level. At the same time, she's focused on the club and just encouraging everyone. At the same time, she's also progressing great on her Toastmaster journey, completing the paths, etc. So thanks a lot, DTM Meenal. So that's it. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Shantanu. Definitely, we are really thankful for you to be our VP Education, and no matter what the challenges we are facing, you were always there to solve that challenge. So we really are thankful to you as a VP Education. Now let us meet our next leader of our executive committee. Again, I will repeat the statement he said in the past. It was the first area council meeting, and he said to our area director that in the past terms, people know me as Zoom master or some other role. But right now, I want people to know me in a different way. And I think he achieved this in the district and in the club as well. When we say the role of the leader, he has got the role of VP membership definitely, but the role tells about the power that you have got. It doesn't tell about leadership. Leadership is when people wants to follow you. And when I was talking with some of our members, they say that I want to be like Toastmaster Mayur. So that is the true leadership that I would say. And let us hear from our leader, Toastmaster Mayur.
Thank you so much for all those nice words. You might be thinking, okay, I don't need to tell how we have excelled in terms of membership, or I don't need to tell about how we have done in terms of growing our club, right? So what I will tell that, or some of you might be asking, hey Mayur, okay, you did really good job for club, but how you got benefited? Because this is completely volunteering, right? You don't get any kind of pay, right? Or we have to sacrifice our time. But by doing that, what I got? So the first thing which I got is that before that, I was having a fear to speak with the people who are in a higher position than me. Let's say if somebody is even having a 5 years of experience in terms of professional, I was being very much scared to talk to him. But now like you can see, there is a Toastmaster Nitin who is having 20+ years of experience, and I was interacted with him and even convinced him to join our member, and he is currently a member. So I have that Toastmaster has provided me an opportunity to interact with the people who are in higher position than me. So age is just a number for me now. I focus more on the stuff which we are good at it. So that's the one learning. And if we are trying our best, then people do accept and people do recognize us. So that's the one thing which I receive. The second thing which I learned is that being a committed. So I can see, like, most of the time I try to attend each and every meeting as long as I don't have any kind of personal or professional commitment. But yeah, I do attend every meeting and I do make sure that everything is going smooth. So that is thing, like, if I have committed, if I have said yes, I will join, then no matter what is going in my life, I will be there here at 10:30, no matter. The third thing which I learned is that always try to deliver your best. As we were moving towards the hybrid setup, so we didn't had proper cameras, we were using single camera, so we were lacking in terms of all those things. We didn't had space, but so as a club we did a great job. We tried to increase the club meeting means infrastructure, and we tried to give best. Every single time we were discussing with XCOM, and we were thinking that how we can improve the club meeting quality. So that's what we learned. And because of all of this, I learned leadership skills. I got good presentation skills. Those are improving. And some of you might be saying that, hey, Mayur, in entire term, you haven't delivered a single speech, or not even you took the TMOD role. You were just there, but how you got benefited? So, but whatever I did, I got benefited. As like this, we all know that this is at high time where recession is there, and on top of that, my currently notice period is 90 days. But still, I got an, like, just 3 days back, I got an offer from Dassault System as a DevOps engineer, and I must say this is good, because initially before joining the Toastmaster, people were saying that you are really good at technical, but how you don't have presentation skills, you are lacking in terms of your English. But now I got a recommendation from, or feedback from interviewee, that, oh Mayur, I really like the way you presented your skills. So that was kind of that part I really like about it, because initially I was good at technical and was lacking in terms of presentation. I have now swapped. Like, people are liking my presentation skills rather than my technical skills. So this is, I will take this as, and the whole credit goes to the Toastmaster and all of you. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, Toastmaster Mayur, the go-getter of Toastmasters Club of Pune Northwest. He is the person who, I mean, if this is the average, he should go higher and achieve even higher. So well done, Toastmaster Mayur, and all the best for your future roles as well. Now we don't have our VPPR in today's meeting, but definitely you can see the great content he has been creating. He has been managing our social media. He has been creating posters, and he has been sharing with everyone. Over the time, you might have observed how much improvement we have brought to our club. We have had a new social media account as well. So wonderful job. Although he is not available, but bring a round of applause for me as well. Now let us meet our next leader for our Toastmasters Club of Pune Northwest, Toastmaster Insia. He is the VP Secretary of Toastmasters Club of Pune Northwest, and definitely you can in every week in MOM. What tells us a lot how we could have improved in overall. And in the future, if we go back and see those MOM, then it will help us a lot. At the same time, we will say that he is a wonderful host in Toastmaster as well, because I have seen other clubs asking about her who have attended our club meeting. So let us hear from Toastmaster Insia.
Thank you, Toastmaster Abhishek. Okay, so if I talk about the role of the secretary, I was playing this role for the second time, but when I played it for the first time, it was quite a few years back, like 2012 or 13. So it was very long ago. So that time the whole Toastmasters and everything was different from the way it is right now. So I've got an experience of playing secretaries at two different levels of Toastmasters. Now, if I talk about my learning, firstly, the most important, I wanted to make sure that MOMs that I deliver has to be a little creative, because I think when you look at the MOM, it should be attractive. It should not just be because you have to read it along. So that was one of my motto, that I wanted to make sure, and I think I was a little bit I did achieve that. The second thing that I learned from the MOM or the presentation of MOM is my interpretation of whatever I have heard. So there were times that when I was writing the MOM, I got a feedback about my listening skills, what I did learn from that speech, because I usually write the gist of the speech. So it was more of the learning for me, that what I learned from that speech, and how could I have introspection, how could I have done this role better, or what is something which I need to learn from the person who has done this role. So if you see the roles that I perform, it's more of what I've learned through the MOMs, from the meetings and from the recordings that I have been observing. I would also like to thank Toastmaster Abhishek and distinguished Toastmaster Meenal. So there are days when I have not been able to do it on time, but there's always been a reminder from both of you for the MOM, and making sure that I'm doing it on time. Also, if I'm not able to send it across due to some of the other personal or professional reasons, you both have always helped me do that, and I'm really grateful for that. And thank you so much for being there. And yes, I look forward to play more executive roles in upcoming meetings, and I hope all the best to the upcoming term, and I hope they do wonders. Back to you, Toastmaster Abhishek.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Isha, and definitely we would like to see you in upcoming leadership roles as well. And I agree with you, the secretary role is something like you are playing the general evaluator in every single meeting. It helps you to understand how to perform the role even better going forward, and also understand the administration side of the Toastmaster. This is not just limited to MOM. For the secretary, you need to understand the administration as well, the policies of the Toastmaster, the curriculum and all. So thank you so much, Toastmaster Insia. We do not have our treasurer, Toastmaster Abhishek, today with us, but also a wonderful job. We all of us, our reimbursement done because of you. And all the process went really fine because of you. The final report is soon going to be published, but you will get it soon enough. Let us meet our next leader, Toastmaster Mayuresh. Toastmaster Mayuresh, you might have, if you're in physical meeting, then he is handling multiple things in the physical meeting. We have very good resources right now. All the setup for the hybrid meeting is wonderful. You might have seen, and also he is managing. Sometimes I get surprised how he is managing his role as Zoom master, as Sergeant at Arm. At the same time, he is performing other roles as well. So this is really great job on multitasking, Toastmaster Mayuresh. We'd like to hear more from you.
First of all, thank you very much, President Abhishek. And here I must admit one thing. When I had volunteered for this role 6 months back, that was not my first choice. What happened was that I wanted to be a part of the executive committee, but I was apprehensive whether I will be able to take the role, whether it will be a fallacious role or I will be taking too much load. But in come our most persuasive speaker, Toastmaster Mayur. He was the one who called me into this role. He simply said, "Oh, Mayuresh, don't worry, don't worry. This is a very simple role. This is the most simplest role in the XCOM. All you have to do is to take your equipments, just bring them and take them with you. And that's it. We will manage everything. If you have any problem, I'll be there." And I just fell for his narrative that this is the simplest role. So let me start with this. Now, before I go still more Mayur bashing, let me tell you one thing. After 6 months, what I have noticed is that this was a very great role for me, a great role to start, and a great role to start my Toastmasters XCOM journey, and it was kind of addictive. So, in this current XCOM term, without Mayur's convincing, I volunteered on my behalf for VPPR and also got the role. So that was one positive thing which came out of it, and for which I have Mayur to thank for. Now coming to the role, as Mayur said, it was not that simple. I have to make what I learned the most was the responsibility. I have to be there at times some half an hour before, which I never was, somewhat 5 or 10 minutes late as per Mayur standards, but still I was there, and the most important thing was that he was always there before me to make sure that everything is okay. So that was a little load off my head. And again, thank you. When I started arranging that, sometimes I used to think that I am feeling short of the standards which were set before, and I used to raise myself up to those standards. And sometimes there were some difficulties because which I could not attend the meeting, and then the club again came into support. Whether it was Mayur or our current Sergeant at Arms, they always help me to do the settings. In my absence, they also take care of all the setup and also hand it over back to me again. If any equipments are required, they also help me to sort it out and choose any one, and it was really great. The second aspect of responsibility was taking good care of equipments, and that to kind of challenge at my home front, not at my club front, but at my home front. Because you know what? I have a 3-year-old daughter, and whenever she used to see the equipments, she used to rush like this. Yay! Get this. This is my hammer. I'm not giving it to you. This is my hammer. No. It was very hard to convince her to give her gavel back to us. And the second thing was that our timer cards, excuse me. Just in the last meeting, we got these timer cards like this. And as you might see, these are in shape of fans. So she again started. These are my fan, my fan. I want green fan, I want yellow fan, I want red fan. And the fact that they are here today with us and we are using it is the proof that I used to manage not only Toastmasters, but also my home front pretty well. So moving on, the only thing I would like to say is that it was a memorable role, and I will miss it, but I will not miss it that much because I don't have much time to miss in my next role. So it was really great journey, and for the next term, I'll definitely be looking forward to volunteer for this role again. Over to you, President Abhishek.
Okay, thank you so much, Toastmaster Mayuresh, and thank you so much for doing wonderful job as Sergeant at Arms. And I would say that the Sergeant at Arms role is something that it prepares you for the real life. As you said, you have to not only manage your Toastmaster, you have to manage personal life. And thus meeting, there are multiple things that comes together, and it helps us to prepare us for the real life. In fact, I would say that Toastmaster Mayuresh is someone who has attended, one of the person who has attended almost all meetings. There are just few meetings he have missed, but he is the one who has attended almost all meeting. And it's like, as you say, Toastmaster is kind of tunnel. You enter as one person and you come out as another person. And now it is time to meet our final member, final leader for our club, distinguished Toastmaster Minal. Well, you might have heard this word, that care and love. It is not about feelings or getting something. It is all about giving someone something. And I think distinguished Toastmaster Minal did a wonderful job helping all of us in our club. He has actually set the higher bar. You become the person that you spend time with. And in the executive committee, he has again increased the level of it. I can remember I was talking to one of our female Toastmaster, and she was saying how distinguished Toastmaster Minal is managing the club, her family, job and everything. It is really difficult, but we have seen that she is parallelly managing everything at the same time, and this is a really great job. And we definitely like to hear more from distinguished Toastmaster Minal. And
Thanks, outgoing President. Toastmaster Abhishek. And that was actually too much to take for me, the praises. And now here I would like to just mention one thing, that whenever I visit other clubs in the district, at that time, the first thing that I get to hear from them is that we always look up to the members of Toastmasters Club of Pune Northwest. Reason being, the first criteria for having mentorship or getting anything done from the other club or getting help from other club is the club should be in good standing. And what makes a club in good standing? Firstly, it's all the members who repose the faith in the club. Then it comes to the executive committee who actually drive the force behind the club. So in all, it's the club members, means every club member that makes the club a club in a good standing. And club in a good standing is something that fulfills the basic requirements and always has those requirements fulfilled. For example, when we have minimum 20 members, that is one of the criteria of club in a good standing. Then they should be having minimum 5 DCP points. That is another criteria for club in a good standing. Third criteria, EXCOM election should happen either in the first week of November or in the first week of May next term. That is the third criteria. Fourth criteria is the renewal should happen well before time. Now here, all of you will agree that all the EXCOM members have to be continuously on the toes to make the club a club in a good standing. And when would this happen? When all the members cooperate? Because just imagine the VP membership is running around and the member announced says that, okay, I will do it, and he doesn't do it. Then in that case, how will the club be a club in good standing? So the ability of the VP membership over here, and also the ability of, I would firstly give credit to the VP membership himself, because he has to convince the person to join the club. And I completely agree with Abhishek on this, that many people have given me also this feedback, that if I look up to someone in terms of selling an idea or selling, I would say, a personality, it is Toastmaster Mayur. And everyone will agree with this, that the moment he took over as the VP membership, in the first month itself, I guess we had added 10 members, right? Abhishek, 10 members were added. So we can imagine the dedication that he puts through over there. This was about the VP membership, and whichever awards were announced from the district, as far as VP membership is concerned, we are through all of them. Be it a Priest Medley Award, medley is given by Toastmasters, of course. Then the Power of 2, Power of 3, the Monsoon Dhamaka Award, all of them. And Mayur has been a recipient of them. So the chain of awards started with the VP membership part. And Mayur is still to get them all. In the annual conference, we'll be witnessing the bonanza all together. And coming to all the other members, firstly, the president. I would say that someone needs to take a cue from Abhishek that distance is not mattering at all when you're a dedicated person. Many of you may not be knowing that Abhishek is not based in Pune, he's based out of Bangalore. But did you people even feel, even for a meeting, that he is not physically present with us? I don't think so. Because that really did not matter whether he was present online or offline. What mattered was that he was focused towards his job as the president of the club. Similarly, when we had one of the educational sessions for the students of the Marathwada Mitra Mandal Polytechnic, one of the sessions he conducted online, and Mayur helped him completely in that. So it was a hybrid educational session, and I got a very good feedback from the principal of the college, Geeta ma'am. She just said that we did not feel that this person is not present physically over here. All the students got so much engrossed with that. So this is the power of Toastmasters, I would say. Distance hardly matters. The barriers really don't make any difference over here. So that is the thing to be learned from Abhishek. And every other thing, whichever thing I had informed him that, okay, this needs to be done before the deadline, he was all there with his work. I just had to tell him the date, and the rest of the thing was done from his end. So I just remember the tagline of the company, Sintel, wherein it used to be, considered it done. I would equate him with that. So this was about Abhishek. About all the other EXCOM members. INSEA, yes, creativity at its best. So we need not really push you regarding your role, whichever role you play, be it a TMOD's role, And even for the milestone meeting, though you could not make it to that, but Anish had actually given the feedback that you had prepared every outline of that milestone meeting, the games that we had and all. So that speaks volumes about your creativity. Kudos to that. And the club will always be in awe of your creativity, and we will always be waiting for whatever you churn out from your side. We'll be there to take it in good spirits. So, and coming to our Sergeant at Arms, yes, Mayuresh. I would not have any words to describe the dedication that he has shown. He was selected as the chief judge for the first time, and he was head over heels with whatever he did over there. Till Saturday night, he was completely engrossed, and he was asking every small doubt that came across him. I mean, I would give you an example of the focus that he has, that when we all had attended the chief judges and voting judges training, at that time we had to clear a quiz as well for being eligible to be playing that role. And at that time he studied it properly, and then he asked me that, okay, I'll appear for the quiz now, tell me how it goes about. And only after having that quiz done, he was sure to play the role. And he played it really well, because he supported the opulent Toastmasters Club as a chief judge. And the president of, the outgoing president of that club, Govind Shirude, he has sent me a long note in his appreciation, but he had put in a condition in front of me: share it with Mayuresh only when you have your last meeting done. Don't do it now. I said, why? He said, no, because I don't want my name to get disclosed so soon. I said, okay, if that is your condition, I'll do that. I'll be sharing it in our group soon. And this was about the Sergeant at Arms. Now coming to the other role players, Toastmaster Abhishek, the treasurer. Yes, he has always been spot on regarding the approvals. So we didn't really have any hassle on that part. That was great. Coming to VPPR, Toastmaster Ashutosh, yes, even if he had to travel, he used to send the posters on time. So that was also great. Now coming to VP Education, Toastmaster Shantanu. I guess the person to trouble him the most was me, because I used to send him messages even after 12 midnight, because he had told me that I am active only after 12 midnight because I complete my office work at that time. And I used to send him messages, please approve my level. So thanks for being cooperative. And everyone, I would say all the 7 members of the ExCom were entirely dedicated. They displayed the 3 Ds, I would say: determination, dedication, and devotion. And I would even like to give you a classic example here, that in most of the clubs, since my tenure at Toastmasters, I have been observing this, that once the president gets turned into an immediate past president, no one is there to give him a proper KT about it, that the IPP has 4 responsibilities to fulfill in his term his or her term as an IPP. But I would like to thank Toastmaster Jay for this. Now, if he's not present, I'm going to make you listen to this recording after the meeting. That Toastmaster Jay actually set in the benchmark for the role of an immediate past president. And he had told me that when you nominate yourself for the position of president, it's not only a commitment for 6 months, but it's for 1 year. 6 months as a president and 6 months as an IPP. And the 4 responsibilities which the IPP has to fulfill. Number 1, help the executive committee prepare the club success plan, because the president would be doing it for the first time in his term, and you have done it in your last term. They overlook the thing, how the club success plan gets submitted well on time. That is the first responsibility. The second responsibility is conducting the MOT, because it's the IPP's job to invite the area director for conducting the MOT. Rest of the things the ExCom will be doing, of course. So that is the second responsibility. The third responsibility is overlooking the milestone meeting. Means the ExCom will be doing their thing, because in upcoming term, we'll be having our 425th milestone meeting. I guess by the end of Feb or something, we'll have to check when exactly. So IPP has to invite all the district leaders. He has to put in the invitations to the district leaders that we have our milestone meeting, because the ExCom will be busy in arranging the logistics things and the performances and everything else. So IPP has to do that thing. That is the third responsibility. And the fourth responsibility is towards the end of the term. That is, he and the president have to work together to identify the potential leaders for the next ExCom. Means IPP has to suggest the president that this person would be good as for so and so ExCom role in the next term. So because the president will be playing the role of a election chair, as Abhishek had played it in this term, but the IPP has to help him suggest the things so that the things will be simple. Because when the interviews are conducted for the ExCom, 3 people have to conduct them: the IPP, the president, and the third could be any senior person. So IPP has to suggest which senior person would be good to conduct the roles at that time. So these 4 roles have to be performed by the IPP, and this knowledge sharing was done by none other than Toastmaster Jay to me. And that's why as an IPP, I could do as much as justice as I could with my role as an IPP. And I'm sure that this tradition would continue in our club, so that we can set an example in front of the other clubs that yes, the IPP also is an important part of an ExCom. And this really helped me, because at TCS, I was called for an education session that what is the importance of ExCom role, and I had also explained about this role as an IPP. Therein, the IPP of that club, that is Jaiprakash, said that thank you, because people really undermine this role, and people say that what does the IPP do? I said no, IPP also has his or her own responsibilities. So that's really great. And two things that I would like to share about the club, that our club is one of the best performing clubs in District 125, because whichever other clubs I visit, therein the first reaction I get is Meenal belongs to so and so club, which is one of the best performing clubs in the District 125. And this credit is not mine, definitely, because we all have strived for making this club a success and for taking this club to this level, because all of us know that COVID brought in uncertainty to us, and there were many clubs who actually got extinct during this 2 years time span only. Many of the clubs are also in need of the coaches, because some things that they couldn't visualize of the future and they crumbled. But we could stand tall. And not just that, there are members from our club who are doing the role of club coaches. There are 2 people who are club mentors. There are 3 area directors, and 2 people are working at the district level as well for the other roles. And this has happened only because our club is in good standing. So whenever people look up to any of the members of our club, the thing that they have in their minds is, okay, we are going to get something great from this member. This member is going to be a go-getter. And this has been spoken about regarding all the members of our club, every member of our club, in fact. I can give you an example here that the club which I am mentoring right now, the CGD had visited this club 2 weeks back. And at that time, he also said that this is the only club amongst the newly chartered clubs that I am not looking at, because someone from TMCP Northwest is looking after this club. I said, this is the credit of the club which we have over here. So this is how this term was frolicsome, I would say. And we battled against all the odds. And now, as Abhishek mentioned, that we have a great location to conduct the club meetings. And also the signatory thing is also done. So everything will be fast tracked now. Nothing will be in the slow motion. And as I said, that we are conducting educational sessions for the students over here. And that is going to mutually benefit us, because I had said in the past few meetings that this will be counted under YLP, Youth Leadership Program, which is one of the criteria for Distinguished Toastmaster. So take a full advantage of it, and believe me, it's going to be a great experience altogether. So I wish all the best to the upcoming ExCom. Some of the people are going to be in the next ExCom in different roles, and as they were more than fair as their role in this ExCom, they would be doing wonders in the next ExCom as well. So with this, I pass on the control to the President, Toastmaster Abhishek.
Okay, thank you so much, distinguished Toastmaster Meenal, for actually being eagle-eyed for our club in our executive committee. Whenever we are faced any challenge, you were the person who is the guiding force. Whenever we are facing challenge, you know what needs to be done, and supported us as well. And thank you so much for helping us as IPP and improving the club. Thank you so much, Meenal ma'am. Thank you so much for very kind words. Thank you. And now I'd like to congratulate the current ExCom for doing the great job, and all the best to the upcoming ExCom. All of us are there to support you to achieve great. Thank you so much, everyone. Now let us move on with moments of glory. Is it okay just to extend the meeting for 10 minutes?
Yeah, fine. Okay.
Okay, thank you so much. Let us go listen to our guest feedback. In the online mode, we have Toastmaster Elios. Toastmaster Elios, would like to say something? Okay, I think he is not present right now. In the physical mode, Toastmaster of the day, can you support?
Guest feedback.
First of all, thank you so much for giving me such a wonderful opportunity, and I have learned such impeccable, what I can say, learnings in today's session. This was my first time somewhere. Actually, I'm just trying out where I'm just articulating your learnings and the sessions and whatever you guys are having here, which is really wonderful. And really, I learned some, what I can say, something better means actually throughout my career. But I would definitely compare all the things what you have articulated in just 2 hours, which is really thankful and grateful for me. So thank you so much for.
First, give your introduction, your name, your profession, and
My name is Akash Toy. I am from Jamshedpur and I came to Pune around 10 days ago for a job search. And I'm staying in Jewari there. And I like, and where I was staying earlier in Jamshedpur, there is also a Toastmaster club, but there is only one club, but I have to shift to Pune for job search. That's why I did not join there. And when I came here, I thought that I have to come here and learn public speaking and other skills. And it was a nice that I got the opportunity to speak in front of all of you people, and it was a nice experience to me, and it was a great pleasure to be here.
thank you.
Feedback, I would say that it was great, and I would like to continue here as a member, and everything was great. Everything was awesome.
Thank you for giving me an opportunity to gratitude for here. I am second, I think this is my second meeting. Last joint meeting also I had joined, and I had got twice chance, and last Sunday also, and here also I am taking on stage second time. And I would like to thank you for Mayur because he insisted me to join this club. And last Sunday, or like he's absent. Apart from that, all the members in this club are encouraging to and helping each other. So that's the nice thing I see in this club members. Thanks, and I would definitely be the member of this club. Thank you all of you.
Over to you, Toastmaster Abhishek.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster of the day, and definitely we would like to see all of you in upcoming meetings as well, and definitely as a member in our club. So regarding the announcement, after this meeting, soon we'll announce the Toastmaster of the month for December and Toastmaster of the term. So stay tuned, and we'll also launch the financial report Before announcing the winner for the today's meeting, I would like to request all of you to please come on the stage for the group photograph. In the online mode, please turn on your camera.
Over to you, Abhishek.
Okay, thank you so much. Now let us see the result for today's meeting. Please let me know when you are able to see the screen.
Yes, Abhishek, we can see your screen.
Okay, great. So the best auxiliary role player for today's meeting is Toastmaster Tulsi. Congratulations, Toastmaster Tulsi. Okay, for best role player, we have the tie, and the first best role player is Toastmaster Vikash for performing great job as tabletop master.
Abhishek, he has left as for now, so we can proceed
Okay,
ahead.
sure. And the next best role player is Toastmaster Chandrasekhar as
Screen is high. Abhishek? Yeah.
best speaker for today's meeting is Toastmaster Ankit. The best table topic speaker for today's meeting is Guest Weaver. Congratulations. Okay, thank you so much, everyone, and congratulations to all the winners of today's meeting. With that being said, I finally adjourn the meeting and pass on the gavel to Toastmaster Chandrasekhar. Thank you so much, everyone.
That was the last meeting of